Welcome back to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Brian.
I'm Carl.
And we are at Mustang Week in Galveston, Texas, and this is the inaugural Mustang Week event. Our buddies from 5-Star Tuning are down here. They tune our Expedition. This is Josh Newman's personal work truck slash daily is what happens here. It might look like a pop truck, but there's a few clues that tell you that it's not. One, this massive Baja light bar up here from Baja Designs. That's one clue. The second clue is if you peek in here, King shocks and Carli Suspension, more on that in a minute. But come down a little bit further, you'll notice that the diesel badge has been shaved off right here. They've done it in badge removal, but they haven't, because look at that tailpipe. It's actually a gasser. This thing is the Godzilla, but it's 5-star tuning, so it can't just be an NA build. It's gonna be supercharged with a Whipple. That's the big news here, and I'm really pumped on it. We got a lot of details to go over, but let's just do a general look over on the truck, and then we'll hop under the hood in a minute. So up front, we have, we'll just tell the people, 2022 F350 King Ranch. And he's really made it his vehicle. And they, keep in mind, they do events all across the country. They are based in North Carolina, and they are here right now in Galveston, Texas. So that's a long drive. And he pulls a display trailer and other vehicles in that trailer. He pulled a bumper pull 14,000 pound trailer down here, and that's a normal load for him. And he loves it. Yeah, it's still Mustang Week. But the good news is he has loved the gas experience, and we've talked to him about that and said, hey, why not just go diesel? And he said, look, I'll be honest. If I was towing all the time, every weekend, I might go diesel, just because 1,000 pounds of torque is 1,000 pounds of torque. It's hard to ignore that. But for something that is a blend of towing and daily, the lack of maintenance that this thing needs is very, very convenient. And that's a big deciding factor for him. And I'm with him. Oil changes on this are about 150 bucks for AMSOIL good stuff versus about 400 on a diesel, just because of quantity and fuel filters and everything else. So coming on down, King Ranch F350, the usual. Let's look at wheel and tire. Carl, come down here. He's running Falcon Wild Peak ATs. We've had these on a Ranger before. These are the AT3Ws. They do have a snow peak rating, and they're quiet. This is not a tire review, but good choice on tire is all I'm gonna say. It's 255 80/17, which comes out to a 33-inch tire by 10. Because it's dually, you get the Alcoa aluminum wheels. That's pretty cool. Coming on down, traditional mirror, power fold, and of course, because it's King Ranch, we get power steps. So you get all the luxury amenities. And I just wanna call out Josh real quick. He's built himself a sleeper truck that makes a ton of power, but with a two-tone paint, if you didn't know, it's just a pop tow pig. That's what it looks like, and I love that. It's super cool. Come down to dually, so because it's so wide, you have the marker lights that DOT requires on anything more than 80 inches wide. Out back, same tires, but it's a dually, of course. Out back, he is running an airbag overload spring. He said that helps a ton, and keep in mind, he's got King shocks all around, and he also has Carli springs front and back. But the air spring is a helper spring. He said with a gooseneck trailer, he doesn't really need anything in it. But on a bumper tow, there's so much leverage being that far out, he needs about 10 PSI in that airbag just to make it smoother. That's really all it's for. It's not sagging or anything like that. It is still an FX4, that's pretty cool. And out back, here's your big honking hitch. I mean, that thing is huge, and it's because of the massive trailer. It has the anti-sway bars that go with it, and then long bed, of course. But before we get too far, we need to see what the fuck it sounds like, right? Okay, sounded amazing up front. What does it sound like back here?
Just hit me right in the chest.
Got you in the chest.
The soul.
You felt the soul.
This is a 7.3 push rod, just hits the right spot.
Man, no CVTs here, no nonsense. Let's hop up front and check it out.
Let's do it.
All right, under the hood, we've got the beast, the Godzilla, the 7.3 push rod, which kind of, for some spiritual successor reasons, it's kind of a giant LS is what it is. It's a push rod, cam and block deal. Come check it out. What's on top, Carl? We've got the twin screw 3.0 Gen 5 Whipple on this thing with 5-stars custom tuning on it. It is a beast. Now, I do have a list from Josh because I want to go over and not miss anything, because a lot of guys that are interested in this want to know what really works for these things. So he's got, obviously it's a 7.3, it's got the 10R140 transmission behind it with a part-time transfer case. He's running 1050 injector dynamics injectors. With the factory injectors that come with the Whipple kit, he was about 95% duty cycle in the fuel. He's went a little overhead for safety. It's running stock fuel pumps, which I think is absolutely bananas. Because if you come from the Mustang world or GM world, anything where you're adding boost, you're always changing a pump somewhere. That's just what happens, you're adding one. This one doesn't need it. Down low, I know it sounded quiet, but here's the exhaust setup. It's Stainless Works 2-inch headers with high flow cats. That's it. Factory exhaust behind it. That's why it's so quiet, but he's getting the power gains out of it. That's pretty cool. Now, on spark plugs, come look here, Carl. He is running RV spark plug wires. And the reason why is it has a steel boot inside of there that helps with heat resistance, minimizes the risk of misfires, and he has had none of them. And then let's talk about power numbers real quick. Right now it's running on the tow tune because he towed with it down here. That makes about 590 horsepower at the wheel and 600 foot-pounds of torque at the wheel. Keep in mind, this thing redlines at about 5,500. It's not a Coyote rever. This is a down-low grunter. They do have a performance tune for it. Obviously, it's 93 octane, and that thing's good for 640 wheel horsepower, 650 torque. Do the math on that. It's going through a long drive shaft, dually rear tires, and an automatic transmission. That means this thing is well over the 700 horsepower output number. We're talking wheel numbers. That's really cool. Before we hop in the interior, let's hear this thing whine a little bit.
All right, Brian, here at the back, we have the dampened tailgate with the backup camera, since it is a King Ranch pop-pop truck with the old man step.
Okay.
You have the bed liner, gooseneck all the way back there, and then you do have the real truck bed cover up top. Keeps everything nice and slick. Keep all your protective camera items nice and dry with your tow hitch and all your sensors in the back as well.
All right, Carl, you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
We're in the Whipple Godzilla with the Gen 5 3.0 twin screw. I'm excited. We're in 4 high. Drive mode is tow haul. I haven't tried that yet. You're gonna tell us what we're getting 0 to 60, and AC is gonna be off. Keep in mind, this is 5 Stars truck. We are not gonna do our hardest style launches. They gotta drive the same back home.
This is daily.
We're gonna load it a little bit. We're not gonna do our full torque converter load. We're gonna load it a little bit. Ready?
Let's do it.
Go. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Then these are going fast.
Here, there.
Brakes. All right, what do you got? What do you got?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Any guesses?
6-ish.
6.07.
07?
I'm
okay.
impressed.
Okay, look, here's the deal. Off camera, I ran a 6.02 without you in it. And that's the story here. This is the lesson. So I know you're thinking, oh, that's 700 horsepower. This should be maybe in the 5s.
It's a dually.
It's a dually.
It's huge.
It is a long bed crew cab. This is the heaviest configuration you can get on this truck other than having a diesel on it. That's a ripper number.
That's
bananas.
fast.
Now keep in mind, we had wheel spin on that launch.
Yep.
And the first launch I also could have done better. Again, we're being a little soft on this one. We're not loading all the way. I have no doubt this is a mid 5s to 60 on a prep surface kind of deal.
You have perfect conditions, mid 5.
Now that's not why people care about this, but
Nope.
we get in that, and it's an objective measurement against everything else we review.
Yep.
This is a house that is going the speeds that Mustangs used to do routinely. Think about that.
It's wild.
It's
And
wild.
I dig it.
Talking to Josh about the reliability of this thing, that might be a question for you guys. Stock motor underneath it.
Yep.
No rods, no pistons, no cam. Just original factory equipment. He's had it on here, I'm looking at just shy of 92,000 miles. He put it on at 28,000 miles and asked how many issues he's had, and he said 0. That's a big deal.
That's huge.
Love it. Okay, but let's talk about what is the real gain here. Someone like me who doesn't like the inconvenience of diesel. I don't like that the hand smells like crap whenever you pump it up because the fuel handle smells awful. I don't like the fuel filter changing all the time.
No.
I don't love the noise from them. They're not like a cool sounding engine. They're industrial.
They're not really a good sounding engine at all.
No, they serve a purpose. I'm not ragging on diesels. I'm not someone who tows enough to justify all the inconvenience.
No.
This, though, get your torque number at the crank in the 700 foot-pound range.
Yep.
Now towing's not a problem. MPG might be. I'm showing right now over 1,300 miles, his average has been 7.0 miles per gallon.
But he's enjoying every single second of it.
Well, and he's towing 14,000 pounds, too.
Which...
So, there you go. Now, a diesel on that run would probably get about 13 or 14 miles a gallon with that load.
Yeah.
So, there is a difference there. But I think the sound of this is better. I mean, listen to this.
I love it.
I love it. I'm about it. So I think it's really cool. This is a cool build. I think it's neat that to see a company that not only tunes engines like this, put their money where their mouth is and didn't buy the diesel. They went gas, and they R&D'd with this truck.
Yep.
And here's the biggest deal. It's super livable and drivable. I'm in tow haul mode right now. It functions like it should.
Yeah.
Go back to normal. And it drives like a normal 7.3.
Yeah.
With a little bit of supercharger wine, which is fun.
And he's driving his spec that he likes.
Yeah.
He's not driving some base spec to R&D it. He's driving a good spec.
There's no drawbacks.
Yeah.
There's no fail here. There's no like, oh yeah, but it idles poorly, or it doesn't have cats and you can smell it at stoplights and stuff. Like it's emissions legal. Everything's good here. Super cool.
He literally just bought a Whipple, switched out the injectors, and
yeah. So simple process, and on top of that, Josh's tuning, the guy's a bit of a wizard, and that's what I'm getting at is a lot of people say they can you know, make spaghetti, but sometimes it like is rock hard. This is completely livable. This is OE feeling tunes, and I'm just really impressed with that. And we had their 5-star tune on our Expedition as well. Same feedback there. If you have a late model Ford, or they tune a lot of stuff, but mostly late model Ford is kind of their primary focus, I wouldn't start anywhere else. Those are the guys. So, and this is a good testament to that. Thanks to them for letting us review this. Thank you guys for watching. Carl, you got anything else?
I'm enjoying this truck, man. Let's keep going.
This thing is sick. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. This thing makes the performance numbers that the high output 6.7 makes in our testing.
And costs
a lot less. And you get to keep the gas convenience, normal oil changes, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That Power Stroke makes over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, for reference. That's how good this package is.
It's efficient, man.
I love it. Love it.
I'm here for it.